hello family. Hope you guys are having a wonderful, blessed Thursday because Grammy is blessed and having a wonderful Thursday. I thought I would make a short video to give you guys an update on my health. We are all friends and family, and so I've been kind of quiet lately about it. I've mentioned a few things. I do have some praise reports and I have some not so praise reports, but we always give God the glory in all things. So I do not have cancer. That is a praise report, wonderful praise report. And so let me kind of take you along the journey that I've been on in the last couple of weeks. This week I couldn't do Wednesday encouragement because I had back-to-back doctor's appointments. And so I had one on Friday, then I had grandkids, but I also had doctor appointment that day, and then I went and then the doctor called and had me come in for another doctor's appointment. So over the last several days, I've had 3 or 4 doctor's appointments. So the first thing is this lump is not cancer. Now, the doctor did not say this. This is me. I honestly think that this is a lymph node that is swollen. The doctor said that the ultrasound did not show a lymph node swollen or anything. It was just a hard cyst mass, but I really do believe it is. And when I explain to you everything I'm going through, then you might agree with me too. So we're not going to worry about that. That's covered. I had a knot behind my ear. He looked into my ears and throat, and he said, I am acid burned on my throat and in my ear. And so I am going to a gastro doctor. We'll just say that because I don't know the whole full word. And I am scheduled, I've already been to him, I'm scheduled for my scope on the 23rd. So they called to tell me that I had some inflammation. He did all kinds of different tests on me, all kinds of different tests, because we're trying to figure out what's going on. And so I had an inflammation test come back that was slightly elevated, not a lot, but just a little bit. And she said, you might want to take some ibuprofen or some Tylenol. She said, but ibuprofen would be better because it helps with the inflammation. And I told her, I said, I'm taking ibuprofen, Tylenol, and I've even taken some aspirins, and I'm still really having a hard time walking. And I had even told the doctor, I said, I really feel like I'm losing my ability to walk. And it's so much pain. I couldn't stand in one spot. I couldn't walk. I just couldn't get comfortable. I couldn't sit and be comfortable. I couldn't lay and be comfortable. And I really thought that until I had gotten these results back, that I might have had some kind of cancer. There might have been something going on. I didn't want to put a name to it because I'm a firm believer that we trust God in all things and we praise Him in all things because He is the God who healeth us. And so I try not to worry about it too much, but that's why I haven't been standing doing videos. The only videos I've been doing is if you see me setting and doing a Wednesday encouragement. If you had noticed that I was really swollen today, you can tell, even though I've still got my little gizzle going on, my face has gone down, my shoulders has gone down, my neck has gone down. I'm not near as swollen as I was because through tests, they found out that I am full-blown diabetic. And I was full-blown diabetic last year, but the doctor that I had before did not tell me, nor did he put me on medication for it. And so now that they've got me on medication, some of the food that I have been wanting to eat, I no longer got an appetite. I'm no longer eating because my blood sugars are better. So, but anyway, they called to tell me these results. And so we're talking and she's telling me that my vitamin D is still low, but it's better than it was last year. And we're going through all of these test results, and I'm on the way to the gastro doctor to set up to have that done. And so I tell her, I say, I'm not walking good. I've really got in my van, and I've really got my leg in my van, and I just feel like that, at any time I'm going to have to say that's enough. I can't walk. And I said, I'm a nature person. I love to go on hikes. I love to go walking before lunch and before work and on lunch. And it's my love to be out in the nature with God. And I want to be able to work in my garden. I want to be able to run and play with my grandkids. And so she said, well, let me see if the doctor might order you something for the inflammation. And I said, okay. So the next day she calls me and she says, he doesn't just want to give you medicine. He wants you to come in for some x-rays. He said, if you're hurting that bad, we need to figure out what's going on. And so I believe this is the culprit of everything that I've been going on, because there's an infection, not a bad infection where I have to go in the doctor, just like an inflammation infection where your body's kind of trying to heal itself, but it can't. And so what has happened is, and it's kind of a genetic thing, because my brother has had both hips replaced, and he had the balls. He had the socket but no balls on the hip joint. And so he's had both replaced, but anyway, my socket is gone on the bottom, and I have just a little bit on the top, and then I have this indentation. Now, I didn't talk to this about the doctor. I came home and I pondered on this. And you guys, my family that's been with me for a long time, can remember when I fell at the courthouse and messed my arm up. And this is kind of like the beginning of things happening to me. So when I fell and I hurt my arm, that was my concern, because that's what hurt the worst. But I really think that that's the knee I came down on. And I really think that what happened was I already had some arthritis in that knee. In that hip. They had seen it on the CT scans 5 years ago whenever I had my cancer. And so I think that it was probably pretty bad arthritis. And when I came down on that knee, I shattered it. And by the grace of God, He has allowed me to carry on and do the things that I needed to do with His strength and without pain and not feeling that. And to me, that's amazing. And I have to give God the praise for that. And so now it's come to a point to where it's got to be repaired. And so I've gotten to the point where we've got to go in. But I'm a firm believer that God can replace that hip socket and give me a whole new hip. I'm a believer in that. I believe in miracles. And, He loves me. I'm His child. I'm His daughter. So sometimes what we walk through is for the glorification of God. In the Bible, whenever the man was blind and they said, who sinned, the father or the mother or him? And then Jesus said, you don't understand these things. This is for the glorification of God. And so sometimes when we walk through something, it is for that. So I'm willing to be used. But I'm really sad about not being able to cook with you guys and do videos with you guys. And I'm just not able to stand and for very long periods of time, and my balance is kind of weird. And, the old devil tried to convince me that the Lord was fixing to take me out of this world with cancer, because it was pretty bad, and I didn't understand. I had headaches. There was a lot of things, but blood sugar, acid, and a hip needing to be replaced can make you feel pretty bad. But I'm on the road. God has sent me to a good doctor. He is getting me straightened out. He's helping me. He listens. He's a wonderful doctor. And so God answered my prayer through that. So let's just pray that the doctor that I have to go through for the hip replacement is just as good and as blessed, and God sends me forth and lets me find favor. I haven't met the doctor who's going to do my scope. I talked with his nurse practitioner because he was actually doing procedures. So I'm praying for him that he's going to be a good man, and then I'm going to find favor with him. And the Lord has gone forth and helped me in that and opening up doors and helping me to get answers. And so I'm going to continue to do Wednesday encouragement. I just didn't get to do it this week because of back-to-back doctor's appointments, and I had grandkids. Megan went for her driving test so that she could drive in the car with us. We didn't pass, and I knew she was going to have to fail one time because when them teenagers think they know everything, they think they know everything. And I said, you got to study the book, honey. I know, Mom. I know. So when she come home, the lady sent her with the book, and she's been studying the book. So I believe when we go this next time, and we really do want to get her up and driving because Mama will be down for a little while. And so I'm hoping to get this done fairly quickly, but I also need to try to put it off because summer reading is upon us at the library, and there's only 3 of us. And if I can limp around and drag around and be a help to these ladies, I would really like to put it off until the 1st of July and then get it done in the summertime and then be back driving and be in good shape by the time the little ones go back to school. So that's my goal. So you guys just hang in there. And I've been reading your comments. I saw where my sweet sister Pat said, we're here for you. And you said you're praying for me. There's so many of you, and you just bless me. You don't know. I haven't felt like getting up to the computer where I can type. Even right now, I'm kind of leaned forward and kind of supporting my my weight here. Like I said, it's taking everything I've got just to come to work and make a living. There was one night I went home and I just didn't have anything. I just said good night. I just drug right in and went to bed and put an ice pack on my hip. And so it's the old body dragging around. So, but I just wanted to get on here and give you guys an update. So we're going to get the food under control and the diabetes will be going away. And so, but I'm so thankful. I look at my face on this camera and I can see a difference in me. My eyes are looking better. My face is looking better. My sweet sister Heather, she said, "You look like you've been crying. Are you okay?" And I said, "No, I'm swollen." I was like, my eyes were really open and my face was so swollen and so puffy. I had so much water retention and my body not working like it's supposed to, my blood sugars being so high. But now we're on the road to recovery, and God is the God who healeth me. And I don't want to just keep rambling, but anyway, so that's where we're at on the health. So we know where we're at, and it's no cancer. So we prayed that it wouldn't be any cancer, and God has answered our prayer. And so I love you. If y'all need prayer, I am here. I'm here, and I will pray with you. And so you hit me on my email or you hit me on that. And I'm going to try to be better about answering the comments. I've just, like I said, I have not been myself, but I have read them and they have lifted me up. So I am going to hop off of here, but I've got a little bit of work to do before I go home. And you guys have a wonderful, blessed day. I will see you for Wednesday Encouragement next week. And I don't want to make this YouTube channel that we meet together as a family and believers in God and friends all about my health. But I know you guys have asked me questions and you've been curious, and I thought since I finally had some answers, I thought I would get on here and let you guys know. So I'm going to get a robotic hip. I don't know if that's going to make me be able to jump buildings. I was telling my boss today, I will tell this story real quick before I sign off. She got a new knee last year, and so I'm going to get a new hip. And I told her, I said, I wish God would just come back and the rapture would happen, because then I would get 2 brand new hips, and I wouldn't have no diabetes no more. But you just got to find the humor and everything in what we go through in life, and know that God is with us. He never leaves us nor forsakes us. And so if he wants to use me to show a miracle, here I am, God. And so I thank you, and I give him the praise, and I thank you guys for sticking with me. And until next time, I'm Grammy Nene. God bless you guys. Love you, love you, love you.